In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. There is a beautiful article written by Thomas Rutledge. Thomas Rutledge is a PhD in the psychology and has come up with a very beautiful article. And today we are going to talk about this article. And the caption of this article is Seven Habits of Health and Happiness. The caption is beautiful. Seven Habits of Health and Happiness. Now we will delve upon what are these seven habits of health and happiness. First of all, Thomas Rutledge says sleep. We need to sleep well. We need to sleep well. 7 to 8 hours of sleep is needed on a daily basis. 7 to 8 hours of sleep is needed on a daily basis. And to be able to sleep well, I think we should reduce the consumption of tea, coffee, and soft drinks. The soft drinks, because it contains caffeine. All of these contains caffeine, and for that reason, I think that we need to avoid it. For that reason, we need to avoid it actually, and avoid or at least prior to the sleeps, a few hours prior to the sleep, we should stop the consumption of the tea and the coffee and the soft drinks. This important. Number two, he says self talk. What is this self talk? Actually, each one of us do speak with we ourselves as well. Each one of us. And we are of the view generally that I don't need to take care of this talk because I'm talking to myself and I'm not talking to anyone else at all. So, for that reason, I don't need to worry. How can I keep the things, you know, not in a genuine form with myself, so I don't need to take any sort of care at all. As a matter of fact, mean if at all we are training our child, we do have the younger children, and while talking to other people, we and the children, we do take care of certain things, so that it couldn't convey any sort of negativity. Dear friends, we need to be careful while talking to we ourselves as well. Communication with we ourselves. It must be done carefully, positively, so that it leaves a very positive impact upon our psyche, upon our life. So we need to be careful while having the self talk. Always we are communicating with we ourselves all the time. Number three, Thomas Rutledge says physical activity is needed. Means some sort of walk, exercise, whatever you like, whatever you can afford, whatever is more suitable and more doable for you should be adopted. Physical activity is important. And number four is relationships. As a matter of fact, we all of us needs the relationships. All of us. And these relationships must be the positive one, the constructive one, based on the mutual respect. Relationships are really really important. Lack of the good relationships makes us feel lonely. As for the toxic relationships are concerned, the toxic relationships are obviously destructive, and we don't have to, we don't have to make and to carry on the destructive and the toxic relationships at all. We need to make it a positive, constructive, and based on the mutual respect and mutual interest. So relationships are very important, and pay proper attention to the relationships. So that was number four. Number five, Thomas Rutledge says nutrition. Nutrition very important indeed. Again, it is said that eat your food as a medicine. Otherwise, you do have to eat your medicine as a food. What is this actually? There are two sentences. Eat your food as a medicine. Mean don't eat the things, don't consume the things which are bad for your health. Smoking is bad. Excessive tea, coffee are bad. Excessive salt drinks are bad, and other things may mean. And we don't have to eat the food for the pleasure. We don't have to eat the food for the player. Rather, while eating and drinking something, we must make our health as the number one priority. We must make health as our number one priority. Nutrition. And if at all we are careless and we are seen eating and consuming whatever makes us happy momentarily, so what is going to happen that we will become sick, and once we are sick and ill, we have to consume the medicines on a regular basis. Okay, that was number 5. Number 6, he says goal setting. Goal setting is also important. Goal setting is also important. And obviously, we need to struggle for certain things in our life. We need to struggle and to work for the achievement of certain things, for the achievement of certain things in our life. So we are of the view that if at all I do have that particular thing, I shall and my life will become more happy and more successful. So for that reason, we need to have the goal setting. And the seventh is stress management. All of us are seen experiencing the stress off and on. All of us are seen experiencing the stress off and on. And so for that reason, we need to preempt it on the one hand, we need to avoid it on the one hand, and if at all we are feeling stress, we know that how to release it in such a manner that it is not bad or harmful at all. So without paying the price upon our health, upon our peace of mind, or upon any other way, I think that we need to release and we need to manage our mental stress. Okay, so that was the last and the final. So now we are going to have a quick revision of all these 7 points. And I mean, to begin with, this is a beautiful article written by the Thomas Rutledge. Thomas Rutledge has done the PhD in the field of psychology, and he's a writer, he's a researcher. And Thomas Rutledge have written this article with the caption of 7 habits of health and happiness. Okay, so let's have a quick review of all these 7 habits. First of all, sleep. Sleep well, sleep properly. Self talk, be positive in it. Physical activity, walk or exercise. 4. Relationships. 5. Positive, healthy, not the toxic relationship. 7. Nutrition. And not don't eat the food for the sake of pleasure, rather for the sake of health. And the number 6 is goal setting and worthwhile goals. Number 7, stress management. So all of these things are really important. So let's take care of all these 7 things, because all of these 7 things are the 7 habits of health and happiness. Thank you.